Hello, welcome to a very special playthrough of a very special game to me. It's called Tales of Symphonia, and you may have heard of it. It's a pretty popular game. It's from the Tales of series, which is a JRPG series, which means Japanese role-playing game. This game came out in 2004, so like 15 years ago at this point, almost to the day now. And I was in high school, and I played the heck out of this game. So I'm happy to be sharing this experience with you now that this is on Steam, because it originally was on GameCube, and that's where I played it. And I did everything in it on the GameCube version. So from what I heard, well, kind of experienced too, the Steam version was broken and bugged and not working properly when it first came out. I think most of that's fixed. My old computer couldn't even run the game. This is a new computer, and I've got all this new equipment, so I can play it. I've got a controller here, so hopefully this goes well. I've got a face cam for once, and well, anyway, so this is the opening of the game. Every Tales game in the Tales of series has an opening like this, like an anime-style opening with a theme song. This is different from the theme song that was in the GameCube version. The GameCube version had like an orchestral music playing over it, which was a little moodier than this, and I kind of like it better, but you know. This is cool too. It's like a Japanese song. I guess when it was first localized, they didn't think like American audiences would appreciate Japanese lyrics, but now we do. Now I do. I appreciate it. And that opening, by the way, has a lot of things that could be considered spoilers in it, but they're kind of out of context and just characters that won't appear for a long time in the game, and you'll probably forget about them by the time we see them. So just go with it. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, this is the main menu. Well, I don't have any games to load or anything, so let's just click New Game, because we're starting this journey from the beginning. I'm not going to change the game settings, not yet anyway. I don't think. We're just going to play it on normal difficulty. I just want this to be mainly me critiquing the story and telling you about my experience with the game. The game is, I guess it's the biggest challenges in the game, they're challenging enough without me having to struggle on screen in front of you, so I'm just going to go with normal mode for now. Anyway, so let's watch the opening cutscene, shall we?
Once upon a time, there existed a giant tree that was the source of mana. A war, however, caused this tree to wither away, and a hero's life was sacrificed in order to take its place. Grieving over the loss, the goddess disappeared unto the heavens. The goddess left the angels with this edict. You must wake me, for if I should sleep, the world shall be destroyed. The angels bore the Chosen One, who headed towards the tower that reached up unto the heavens. And that marked the beginning of the regeneration of the world.
Lloyd Irving, wake up. Lloyd! How do you manage to sleep standing?
Oh, Professor Rain, is class over?
Never mind. Let's have someone else answer the question. Genus, how about you?
Yes, Rain. Mythos, the hero, brought about the end of the ancient war in the holy ground of Karlan.
Correct. Afterwards, Mythos the hero formed a pact with the goddess Martel. to seal away the Desians whom caused the war.
But the Desians came back and are now causing everyone to suffer.
We covered that in class last time, remember? When the seal weakens, the Desians reappear, just like they have now.
Yeah, I knew that. I just forgot.
Today is the day of prophecy. It is a very important day, which the Chosen of Mana will receive an oracle from the goddess Martel. Now, Chosen One, Colette,
Yes, ma'am.
tell us about the journey of world regeneration.
It is a journey to seal the Desians. Upon passing the trials of the goddess Martel, the summoned spirits that protect the world awaken, and mana is restored.
Correct. I suppose we should expect the Chosen herself to know the answer to that one. Mana depletion is the cause of the current food shortages and droughts. It is said that this occurs because the Desians consume vast amounts of mana in their human ranches. The Chosen's journey has two purposes: to revive mana, as well as defeat the Desians. Now, for the next question.
What was that?
That's...
Settle down. It would seem that the time for the oracle has come. I will go and check on the chapel. Everyone stay here and study on your own. Understood?
Professor! I'll go with you.
No, Colette. If it is the oracle, the priests will come here for you. Wait here with everyone else.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so, I do like how this game uses the fact that they're in a classroom, and, like, there's a teacher in front of them, who's who likes to lecture. They use that as a way to give all this exposition, and what is often thought of, or called in fiction, as-you-know dialogue, like stuff that people in the world would normally know, because it's, like, common knowledge, or, like, history, or historical fact, or whatever, but these guys don't know it. They're kids. They're like in school, so they're learning about things that, you know, a lot more educated adults would know. So, good way around the as you know ideas. Anyway, so let's talk to the people in the classroom. I wonder if that light had something to do with the oracle. She just said it did, so were you not paying attention? A lot of this game has voice acting. A lot of it doesn't too, but I'll do the dialogue for when it doesn't, but luckily the voice actors do a pretty good job of doing my job for me. It doesn't have to be a one-man show. Let's leave everything to the professor and wait here. Talk to you. Why do you keep sticking your nose in things, Lloyd? You sure are a glutton for punishment. Then again, you go through the western forest every day to come to the village, even though you hate to study, so I guess a lot of things you do don't make a lot of sense. I mean, or what's that supposed to mean? I can't do my Scott Menville impression. What's that supposed to mean? I can't do Lloyd's voice. Only Scott Menville can do Lloyd's voice. And, well, Brian Beacock in the sequel, but we won't go into that right now. So let's talk to... Is the temple that building north of the village? This is an all-ages classroom. There's like little kids and teenagers in the same classroom. It's really weird. Really weird. The professor seemed kind of nervous. Let's try to do Genus's voice, shall we? I will never be able to do it. During class, Rain said when the oracle... No, I'm not going to do that. Rain said when the oracle comes, the crucius crystal enshrined in the altar shines. Say that 10 times fast. So that light must have been emitted by the crucius crystal at the temple. She just said it was. Study on your own, huh? That's basically like telling us to go play. Well, everybody's doing a pretty good job of staying put. Hey, Colette. Whoa. Colette. She just like... That light was so pretty. She just like perfectly spins in her seat. Anyway, so this is the class. This is the main character, Lloyd. He's kind of a dunce. He should be sitting here with a dunce cap on his head. He's actually not that. He's smart, but he doesn't do his homework. He doesn't pay attention. So anyway, let's try to leave the classroom. When I play JRPGs in any video game really, I'm like so perfectionistic about looking for everything to do in the room, and I pretty much know most of the stuff to do in this game, but I might have to look up some of the stuff that was added. Anyway, Lloyd, where are you going? Don't tell me you're sneaking out. Rain will get mad. So Rain is actually, well, Rain is Genus's sister, and she's also his teacher. Weird conflict of interest, but when you get to call your teacher by her first name, you know. Anyway, I'm really curious to find out about what really happens to Colette when she receives the Oracle. They always talk about the Chosen of Regeneration and the Day of Prophecy, but no one tells us what really happens. But my sister said to stay and study by ourselves. Alright, here's our first dialogue choice. The scene, so what I love about this game, I love many things about this game. One of the many things is how many different branching paths of how events play out you can take in this game. This is our first way to do that. So first of all, it's research or okay, fine. So depending on which choice we make here, it affects different things in the game. One is how much the characters like you. Like if I say it's research, Genus will not respect that. If I say okay, fine, I'll get like brownie points with Genus. Genus is supposed to be Lloyd's best friend, so you know we don't want to push him away. But I think, but they are kind of like opposites in many ways. They're like foils to each other in a way. So Lloyd would definitely say it's research. I think he's the type who's gutsy enough to say that. But it will also make this following scene play out differently if we do it. If you say okay, fine, well, things play out a lot differently. The events come to us instead of us going to the events, let's just say. But the general scope of the story still plays out the same way. But we can only do one path on one playthrough of the game that this is. So I'm going to go with It's Research. I always choose It's Research usually, because unless I'm really trying to make certain characters like or dislike me. That's just an excuse. So, an excuse is an excuse, right? Don't be so stuffy. You're coming too, right? We're best friends, after all. Again, as you know dialogue, Genus would know that he is his best friend, but, you know. Colette, want to come along too? Huh? Okay. So where to? I love those little emoticon bubbles. They add so much. It's funny. It's charming. Where else? The light. That light. You're directly involved in all of this. Aren't you curious? Are you curious about it? Of course. Okay, then I'll be curious about it too. See? Dwarven vow number 4. Don't depend on others. Walk on your own 2 legs. Okay then, let's go to the temple. I guess that black swirly line thing means like, oh, I'm fed up, or oh, that's so mind-blowing, or I'm flabbergasted, I don't know. Not that dwarven vows again. You always use those when you need an excuse. Okay. So Colette and Genus join the party. And when the back button appears on the left edge of the screen, press it to trigger a skit. Skits contain hints about where to go next, as well as offer a variety of fun chats between the characters. Okay, so this is one of the best like character and world building things about Tales games, is that they have little optional conversations that just happen just to build character as like side conversations that aren't integral to the story, but help you get to know the characters a little better. And it really does its job. It really made me feel connected to these characters when I first played the game. And it still does. So let's watch this skit called It'll Be Fine. I wonder if Rain is going to be mad at us. Don't worry, all we have to do is get back to class before she does. But wasn't Professor Rain going to the temple too? What if we run into her? We'll be fine, probably. And I love how the expressive the skits are, like with the characters' facial expressions and even the size of the dialogue boxes. This game is very creative with how many different modes of expression there are for the characters, with those, again, with those thought bubbles and the skits and just all of it. It's really well done. Really animates the characters. Oh, by the way, there's a special side quest-ish thing we can do right here. When did this hole get here? Have you forgotten, Lloyd? This happened when Colette... It was during last year's spring cleaning. I was mopping and then accidentally... You're such a klutz, Colette. Alright, so titles. Titles, one of the most, prolific collectibles in the Tales games. This is our first one of this game. So, Colette apparently is clumsy enough and strong enough, and these walls are made of, like, paper, I guess, but, that she trips and she made a hole shaped exactly like her in the wall. Again, there's a lot of cartoony things about this game, but it's anime style and one of the many exaggerated things. I think this kid gives us a magic lens. So, magic lenses are fun. They allow us to analyze enemies, analyze monsters, or any kind of enemies. And that will serve a certain purpose of collecting. You can check them out, and if it looks like you'll lose, you can just run away. That's not why we're going to check out the monsters. But, you know what they say, who runs away lives to fight another day. So I'm going to try not to run. So, titles, mean a lot in this game. There's a whole bunch of titles, and here's the main menu, by the way. We can change our on-screen display character at any time. Like, if you want Colette, you could just click on Colette, and now I'm Colette. What? But we're gonna go with Lloyd for now. We got our items, gels, apple gels and orange gels. They're the basic, like, potions and ether type items. Life bottles, like a Phoenix down. If we're talking Final Fantasy terms, life bottle will revive you if you get KO'd. And here's our inventory. We can also have food, which is another kind of consumable item, which we'll learn more about later. And, yeah, so pretty clean-cut menu. There's a whole cooking menu over here. Again, we'll go into that later. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that we'll learn about later. But let's equip titles. So Lloyd only has one title, which is Swordsman, and Genus does too. But we have Colette's... Her default title is Fledgling Chosen, and Klutz is a little better. It increases in green. The stats that are in green get increased when you equip certain titles. So titles are actually good for increasing stats, but they only increase stats when you level up. So like if I equip Klutz, HP, strength, and accuracy will go up a certain number of points on a level when she levels up. So we definitely want that. So Klutz. And, yeah. So, we start off with 500 gold, which is the money system in this world. So, yeah. Alright, let's get going. See what's going on outside. What's going on? It's awfully quiet. Where did everybody go? Colette! Okay. I tried to position my face cam so that it doesn't block like anything, and it just barely is out of the way of the action icon, so I think we'll be okay. I don't think the dialogue boxes will be down there too often, but fingers crossed. Anyway, Father! Frank! Genus is that cool kid who calls people's parents by their first name. Thank goodness you're safe. Frank, what happened to everyone in the village? They're all hiding. The Desians invaded the village just a short while ago. Thankfully, no one was hurt. They passed through the village and headed for the temple. Why? Azalea has a non-aggression treaty with the Desians. You mean the agreement where they don't attack the village as long as we leave the human ranch alone? As you know, dialogue. Okay, anyway. Yes, Grandmother said it's to protect me. Oh, where's Grandmother? Phaedra is in the temple, preparing for the ritual. Phaedra's in the temple? But that's where the Desians... The priests are there with her. There's no need to worry. Now, Colette. I know. I promise to fulfill my duty as the Chosen. Good luck, Colette. Lloyd, Genus, you two should go on home. I'm worried about letting Colette go by herself. I'll go with her to the temple. Me too. But, alright, thank you. I'll wait at the house. Come back immediately if anything happens. Alright, so Frank, who is Colette's dad, will heal us at Colette's house if we get into a battle. So this is the village of Oracles, Azalea. It's a little, like, farming village. We can... I think all the houses are locked, so we can't really go around town and, like, talk to all the NPCs. We can look around. I'll just give you a little quick tour of the place. It's a small town. This is like the south exit right here. So, and there's a watchman, and yeah, there's like, you know, whatever. But this is the item shop, and I don't think we're gonna buy anything. We don't need. There's a title that we can get at a certain point in the game that we, basically, we can't use any gels until that certain point in the game, so it's pointless to buy gels. The titles do provide, if you want to collect all the titles, especially on a first playthrough of this game, then, because this game has a New Game Plus mode where you can carry over stuff like titles, it's pretty challenging to get as many titles as you possibly can on a first playthrough. I'm pretty pro at it at this point, I guess, you know. But there's certain things in the item shop that we can get. We get food. We don't have any recipes except for sandwich, and for some reason the only food that contributes to making a sandwich is bread, so, which is weird. Who wants to have a sandwich with just two pieces of bread with nothing in it? But anyway, we can buy the default weapons back here, but there's no point in doing that. But I am gonna pick up max out on magic lenses, because we're gonna need as many as we can get with all the monsters coming up. So, oh, and we could buy a pair of boots for Lloyd, or for anybody. Accessories are pretty, like, universally equipable. So we'll buy a pair of boots. Alright, and I think that's all we need to buy now. So, you know, you can just kind of explore places that have no actual purpose in the game, but add to the world, the scope of the world. I like it. They put a lot of detail in places, like, that they didn't have to in this game. Like, they added all these rooms that you could just go into and whatever. But, this is Genus's house. Lloyd, do you need something from my house? No, not really. We're supposed to go to the temple, come on. In case you've forgotten, you get to the temple by going out the north exit. From there, it's straight up the path. Alright, so, yeah, I think Genus's house... I'm going to Genus's house anyway, even though I said I didn't have to. I'm going to examine his bookshelf. Man, these books look really tough. Does the professor always read stuff like this? These are mine, Lloyd. But they're all Rain's old books. They're all Rain's old books, but they're so interesting, I had to read all of them. So, you know, Genus is a whiz kid. And we can read the books too. So read the Designs, the Lineage of Darkness. The Designs, an organization which opposes the Crucius, are comprised primarily of half-elves. When looking at the overall organization, however, there are many humans who are lured by evil and now serve among their ranks. These humans who reject salvation from heaven are referred to as the Fallen. Okay, so that's a little bit of world building. The Designs are those evil people who are using up all the world's natural resources and magical energy, known as mana, and they're half-elves. Which means there are elves around. Like full elves. So, that's something. This game was made by Tolkien, apparently. It's locked. Okay, so we can't get what's in there yet. But this is Genus and Rain's house, and I guess they sleep right here. And whatever. One room. Simple living. Simple country living, you know. So anyway, yeah. Little town. It's a quiet village. Bell would be good here. Okay, and we have a little, like, orchard. Or not an orchard, like a vineyard there. But there's no one around. Everybody's out. Everybody's either hiding in their houses or they're, like, at the temple or whatever. So there's nothing else to do in town, I don't think. I know, I'm compulsively checking every nook and cranny of everything. Get used to it. Get used to it. I know there's nothing to do here. But Frank this is Colette's house. We'll be visiting there in a second because we will inevitably need to be healed. So let's go to the save point. You can save your game on this memory circle. Press A when standing on the memory circle to access the save screen and choose a location to save. Alright. I like that little kid. Look at the kid in the window. Hi. Oh man. See the details. The details in this game are just really good. You can tell the developers were passionate. So, save game to slot 1. Yes. Well, that was fast. Okay. Wow. Alright. So, let's leave, finally. Whoa, it's a monster! I thought the northern region where the temple is located was a sanctuary. Why are there... It must be part of the trial. Martel's trial involves battling monsters. We don't have time to talk. Let's get this thing. Roger. Alright. First battle of the game.
Let's go all out.
And I love the battle music in this game. So, this is your in-battle menu. This is not a turn-based RPG. It's an action RPG, where things happen in real time. But you can pause the action and select things, like re-equip your characters, change the strategy. I like Lloyd's strategy to be free, moving and everything. Actually, Lloyd... Well, I'm controlling Lloyd. But when I'm not controlling Lloyd, if that happens, he will be on the front lines. And Genus should be using long-range magic. And you can choose how much magic that, like, do you use all your spells, just spam them over and over again? It takes time to cast spells, so it doesn't happen that quickly, but I'm gonna use spells freely. Genus should probably... I'm gonna put him on attack the far enemy, because magic is long range. And I'm gonna have Colette attack protect friend. So, if a party member has low HP, she will come to their aid. So, yeah, I like to diversify the strategy. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll get a little more into how strategy works, but it helps with the fact that the other characters are AI controlled. But yeah, Lloyd is the one we're controlling, and if you press, I believe, which button? Wait, no, that's not it. That's changing my formation. Okay. I'm not sure which button. Oh, there you go. Start. Now, that's how you can control the character we're controlling. That's how we can change the character we're controlling. So whoever's at the front of the line there, like the first character in order, is who we're controlling. Lloyd is the best option most of the time to control, because he's your typical melee sword wielder. And it's better to let the spellcasters do their thing. So let's have Colette use a magic lens on this zombie. For reasons. Now, notice how as Lloyd, I'm pressing the B button. Well, you can't see what button I'm pressing.
Just warming up.
But I was pressing the B button, which allows me to use the tech attacks, which are like special skills. I can also cook. So if I press X, I can cook a sandwich. Lloyd just cooked a sandwich with 2 pieces of bread and nothing in between. Anyway, so the B button works in conjunction with the directional pad, or the directional stick, and that's how you choose which text you're going to use. So it's a pretty fast-paced, it's like Super Smash Brothers, kind of. If you know Super Smash Brothers, how you choose your moves in that, it's kind of like that. You pick a direction and you push the button and they use the move. And you can set those moves as you gain more tech attacks. Whew. Okay, so I think that's it. Grade also is a thing. Depending on how well or how fast you do the battle, and how little damage you take and things like that, you'll get a certain amount of grade, and that will allow you to buy certain other things later on down the line. We did pretty well. We got 2.94. It's usually, like, 3 is, like, high grade. 3, I think, is, like, how much grade you get for just finishing a simple battle really quickly. If you do well on bosses and stuff like that later, then you'll get a lot more grade. You could get whopping numbers of grade. But anyway, that was easy. We just got an achievement. I can't see the achievement because my face is blocking it. But that's the one thing I didn't take into account. But I think it was just finish your first battle, or cook, or something. I don't know. Anyway, that was easy. Look at Colette. She's clapping. She's clapping. That's funny. Lloyd, you're amazing. Oh, sorry. I just, like, rubbed it. Like, oh, well, I owe it to this thing, though. Ah, that's right. The X-Sphere. Yeah, it's designed for combat and brings out my maximum strength. So I just noticed that Lloyd actually has a... You can't see it at this angle, but he has a bandage on his hand, which is, like, hiding the X-Sphere. I don't think that was there in the original version. It's interesting. Without this thing, I'd be nothing. But you're still strong, Lloyd. Yeah, at least his sword skills are good. What do you mean, at least? Yeah, so... There's another one. Let's go, you two. Wait, Lloyd. The professor said magic is more effective than physical attacks against non-physical and spiritual monsters. Really? Yes. Okay then, I'll leave the ghost to Genus. I'll go for the zombie. Alright, press RB, which is the top R button, to switch the controlled character's target to the closest enemy. Or tilt the left stick or the directional pad left or right while selecting RB to select, while holding RB to select the target freely. Okay, here we go. Okay. In unison. Okay. So, as you can see, this is how you select the target. I'm gonna attack the zombie, and we need to analyze the ghost with a magic lens. So let's do that. We already did the zombie. Once you analyze an enemy with the magic lens, it's already, the information about that enemy has been taken, so we don't need to do the same enemy twice, unless you want to see their HP, right, what it is right now. But let's use magic lens on the ghost. Okay. So the ghost has 320 HP. Alright, we're gonna go for the zombie. Physical attacks don't do much. 2 ghosts, which makes sense. Nice job, Colette. Let's cook another sandwich. It is possible to fail cooking a sandwich. We're getting pretty lucky with it because there's certain characters have certain stars which represent their skills with certain recipes. So, and successfully cooking increases that skill. It's important to choose the target wisely when there's a lot of monsters, or if we're up against a dangerous one. It's especially important when saving an ally that's in trouble. We have to be careful. Let's go to the temple. Okay, yeah. Alright. Sorry, my nose itches, and I keep hitting the microphone. Anyway, so those are our first couple of battles, and as you can see, the cooking skill, what I was alluding to, Lloyd has 3 stars with bread, so that's pretty good. You know what? We might actually want to buy some more bread at the store. We still have a decent amount of gold. Gold is not that sparse in this game, as long as you fight, and there is a decent amount of resource management in this game, but we will replenish our magic lenses and buy some more bread. I'll buy 2 more bread. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna max out on bread because we got like a dungeon coming up. Well, okay, maxing out means 1 more bread. So, yeah, we just spent all our money on bread, but that's okay because there's a thunderstorm outside. I mean, the weather's beautiful in Azalea. In real life, it's like tropical midsummer weather, and yeah. But you know what they say, go to the grocery store and buy bread and milk or something. I don't know where that joke came from, but it's a thing. Alright, let me heal you. Fully healed. Okay. Alright, I did that twice for some reason. This is Colette's house. I'll switch to Colette because I feel like it's a violation of privacy if we go into her room without her. I don't know. This is Colette's room. It's a nice room. Examine. I didn't know you could examine something. I wonder if these books are hiding some hint about regenerating the world. And I like how everybody but Colette is in this scene. What about this one? The Teachings of Martel. Let's see. Chapter 1. The Establishment of the Church of Martel. Any serious study of the Church must begin with a lesson in world regeneration. Perhaps you are already familiar with the legends. At the center of the world there once grew a mighty tree that bore mana, as its fruit. But the flames of war saw the tree wither, and it was the life of a hero giving willingly that became mana. Moved and saddened by its sacrifice, the goddess retreated to her heavenly abode. Its angel bore a message to the world: If I slumber over long, all creation will crumble, you must awaken me. This is just a rewording of the narration from the opening, by the way. This is like just the paraphrase. It's not even paraphrase, it's just using synonyms for other words that were in that opening, but whatever. The angel gave birth to the Chosen, and the Chosen sought the tower to heaven, so the cycle of regeneration was begun. Okay, so opens the most notable legend in the origins of the rite. Huh, first I'm hearing about it. Seriously, Lloyd? We learned that the morning of the Day of Prophecy, which is this morning. This is the same morning. Okay, second I'm hearing about it. My poor sister. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. If I look at this, oh no, okay. I don't want to read that whole thing again. Okay, so yeah. I don't think there's anything else to look at in Colette's room, but it does look rather cozy. Alright, let's go downstairs and out the door, and let's go to the temple finally. Switch back to Lloyd. I do like using Colette as the on-screen character a lot of the time because these challenges are like her challenges, technically. Lloyd is just kind of along for the ride. She is the chosen one, you know, the typical tropish chosen one. Which is cool because she's not the main character. Lloyd is. But say, Colette, what's it like inside the temple? We've never been inside, so it's kind of exciting. Well, it's sort of dark because not much sunlight makes it through. That's not quite what I was expecting. But then again, I've never been to the inner part either. I can't wait to get inside! Musical note. If only you could keep up this enthusiasm the entire time. Alright, so Lloyd. Lloyd is a, he has a short attention span, let's just say. But we do want to do some battling on the world map.
Let's go all out.
Mainly so we can, you know, analyze some more enemies. Which is why we bought all these magic lenses. So let's analyze the wolf. This game, unlike a lot of Tales games, this game does not have free run, which means we can only move on one plane of movement, which is like the lines, parallel lines or whatever. Let's analyze the hawk. Tony Hawk. No. But anyway, so yeah, we'll be doing a lot of this because I am a completionist with it. And we're doing really well at cooking the sandwich. So, this is the world map, by the way. Typical RPG fare. This is how enemies appear on the world map. Small enemy groups are little black blobs, and big enemy groups are big blobs with legs that look nothing like the actual enemies that will be in the party. But that's okay, it's an abstraction. What else? What else can I say? So, you know, also techs. You want to use techs as much as possible so that you can learn new techs, which evolve. The techs kind of evolve.
Just as I expected.
Oh, we got chicken and the egg. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I guess the chicken, but they're kind of at the same time. But anyway, those are cooking ingredients too, if you hadn't guessed. And here's the temple. I kind of want to... Do we want to battle one more time? I kind of want to get... So we're on level 3 and 1 and 2. So I kind of at least want to get Colette a level up. I don't know... I usually only go for the big enemy parties because there's more experience and they give more experience and there's usually more variety. Oh snap! I'm not doing well. We don't have a healer either. Oh snap! Okay. I just forsook a title. So this is what it looks like when you escape from battle. So I didn't want to do that. So I'm gonna reload the game because dying. If you die in the game, there's a title that I can't get. So yeah, that's no fun. Let's try again. Okay, so off screen I reloaded, got back to where we are, and I found a few more enemies, a few new enemies on the way. One of them was that giant bee there, and the other one was a little bunny rabbit enemy, if you can believe it. But I'm trying to get some levels up before we go to Martel Temple. But yeah, really not a good idea to die before a certain point in the game, because you will miss out on a very good title, and it makes it quite a challenge. I also bought some more bread and magic lenses and stuff like that, so we are prepared. I magic lensed the enemies that we ran across too. But, oh, there's that little bunny rabbit. So, I already magic lensed one off screen, so we do not have to worry about it. There's also a few titles that you can get from just, like, doing certain things in random battles. I'll be getting the ones that I can think of as they come to my mind. And somebody just got a level up. I think it was Colette. So good. Now that Colette got a level up and we cooked some more sandwich, we can go to Martel Temple. Alright. And there's that light just streaming out of the top. The sunroof? Skylight, I believe is the correct word. Anyway. Whoa, that light really is coming from the temple. Then an oracle is going to be conveyed. Colette's going to be the chosen of regeneration. It's really, really bright. Womp, womp, womp. No. Say, Colette, when the oracle is conveyed, you'll become the chosen who will save the world, right? You're going to be like the hero, Mythos. So maybe you should act a little more, you know, chosen-like. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Hey, there's a lot of commotion at the temple. You're right. Uh-oh. I love those sword slashing sounds. It sounds like water, like splashing. But it's supposed to be slashing and getting cut up and stuff. Chosen One! Oh no! He looks like he's bleeding, not really. No. He doesn't look injured at all, actually. But Pastor, hey, are you alright? The Desians broke the non-aggression treaty and attacked the temple. Chosen One, quickly, the Oracle. I know. Please, be careful. I regret that I will not be able to protect the Chosen. How Shakespearean. Pastor, hang on. It's no good. He's gone. No! We knew that character so well. It's so tragic. I'm going. Colette, there are Desians in there. Yes, but I have to go. I'm the Chosen. My job is to accept the Oracle on the day of prophecy. The two of you wait here, okay? Lloyd, are you going to let Colette go by herself? And here's another choice. Again, there's usually a choice that is most likely that Lloyd would make. Like, I doubt any realistic interpretation of Lloyd's character would make him say, I'll wait for you. Lloyd is the type, he's a man of action and chivalry and all that, so I'm going to. I can't let you go by yourself. Are you sure? It's dangerous. Dwarven vow number 1. Let's all work together for a peaceful world. Let's go. Wait, I'm going too. I'm worried about Rain. Thanks, both of you. Alright, so yeah, I also changed the strategy around a little bit. There's also the synopsis option, which allows you to keep up. You can keep up with the story on here, yeah, you can get a summary of the story basically as you go through it. So in case you forget if you haven't played it for a long time, Tales games always have a synopsis feature to like give you a previously on Tales of Symphonia, like a recap or whatever. So I think we're good to go. I think we're good for now. Alright. Let's see what all this commotion is about. Oh, also combos. Combos, we'll get more into them. It'll be easier to get higher combos for our attacks once we get more techniques and everything. But, that gives you new titles and things like that when you rack up the combos. So we'll get more into that later. Alright, we're running kinda low on HP. So I'm gonna play it safe in the next fight. That's Phaedra, Colette's grandmother.
Where is the Chosen?
Run, Colette.
Lord Boda, there she is. Chosen One, your life is mine.
I won't let you Desians get away with anything!
Desians?
What's so funny?
Well then, die at the hands of the Desians you so hate. Get them.
Alright, so here's the Desians.
Go all out!
They're all foot soldiers, and there's only all 2 of them. So let's just magic lens one of them. I'm gonna take this one out because it looked like he was going for Genus, and we can't allow that because Genus needs to concentrate on casting. And if magic casters are interrupted in the middle of casting, you will not get their spells off, and it'll be really annoying. Alright. Oh, we can't cook. That sucks. Okay. So hopefully we survive long enough for the next fight. Because this is a boss. This is the first boss of the game. It's not that difficult, but look at that 5 o'clock shadow on that guy.
Do not get in our way.
Anyway. So this is Vidar, I believe is his name. There's only one of him, so that makes this a lot easier, the fact that he doesn't have, like, foot soldiers with him. But pretty much we just have to make him take a certain amount of damage until a certain thing happens, right here.
This guy's strong.
We're kind of kicking his butt, but, you know. He's got a ball and chain. I would not want to get hit with that.
Really tough.
Like I said, we were doing pretty well against him, actually, on our own. But just as we're about to die, the coolest character in the game shows up.
Who are you?
Get out of the way.
And he has the coolest voice ever. And he also has the very important ability to heal. Yes, he has the first aid ability, which allows... Oh, snap. The first aid is your basic heal move in the Tales games. And it is essential at this stage in the game. And this guy... Oh, not to mention, I forgot to mention you can block by pressing the X button, like this. And you can also do what I just did and save yourself from falling in midair by blocking in midair. And Lloyd will do like a little flip in midair, like a little backflip. So it's like an aerial save or whatever. Anyway, this guy keeps pounding me into the air, sending me... And he knocked me down, but he did not kill me, so that's good. Also, I don't know what worthless weapon he was alluding to, because he's got a sword and a ball and chain. Okay, we took him out. Good.
Just as I expected.
We got some kind of achievement there. And I got a title, Combo Newbie. I think that was the achievement, too. So, Combo Newbie means we got a 10-hit combo. Yay. So good job, we got past that, nobody died, and we got a 10-hit combo and a new title. Made up pretty well, good. And I think Genus got a level up.
Show up. Damn! Retreat for now!
And okay, so the Zion people here seem to know who that guy is.
Amazing.
Made a name for himself.
This guy's incredibly strong.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Lloyd's
Is
jealous.
everyone all right? No one seems to be hurt.
Is that an X-Sphere?
How can I ever thank you for saving the Chosen?
I see. So this girl is the next Chosen.
That's right. I have to go accept the Oracle. Grandmother, I'm going to undergo the trial now.
What trial?
The monsters, I assume. An evil presence radiates from inside this chapel.
Yes, that is correct. The Chosen is to receive judgment from heaven, but the priests that were to accompany her fell at the hands of the Desians.
Then I'll take on the job of protecting Colette.
Lloyd, I would be uneasy with just you.
Your name is Lloyd?
Yeah, but who are you to ask for my name?
I am Kratos, a mercenary. As long as you can pay me, I'll accept the job of guarding the Chosen.
Under the circumstances, I have little choice. Please be of service.
It's a deal, then.
Wait, I'm going too.
Lloyd, you'll only get in the way. Be a good boy and wait here.
I think the top choice there is the real Lloyd response. He's got that attitude.
What did you say?
Did I not make myself clear?
You're a burden. Go home.
Mr. Kratos? Would it be okay to take Lloyd along too?
But
Please. I get nervous when Lloyd's not around.
Do as you wish.
Let's go, Genus.
What? I'm going too?
Of course.
This isn't a field trip, you know.
Thanks, Colette.
It's the truth.
Gina's just tagging along behind. So yeah, Kratos is kind of awesome, and his voice actor Cam Clark is like the man. He is like the coolest voice ever. He also, if you notice, he was also the voice for the narration at the beginning of the game. So Kratos is going to be an important character, I think it's safe to say. And he just shows up out of nowhere. He's just that brooding mercenary, like serious, you know, mercenary guy. And every good RPG needs one of those. So this is what the inside of the temple is like. Colette, you've been in here many times, right? Yeah, but it seems different than usual. I sense the presence of monsters. Don't let your guard down. I'm trying to do my Cam Clark impression. It's probably the character that I'm closest to in terms of my actual voice, but not that close. But anyway. We can handle a few measly monsters. Let's go. Wait, Lloyd, are your sword techniques self-taught? Yeah, that's right. There's nothing in your hand. What are you giving him? What is this thing? If you are going to use a sword, then at least learn the basics. You want to protect the Chosen, don't you? Humph, you think you know so much. Alright, so Lloyd and Kratos kind of develop like a kind of little rivalry thing going on here, because again, every RPG needs one of those too. We got the training manual, which we can access from the menu, which gives us basic game information and battle pointers and things like that. So I pretty much know everything about this game and its battle system, so I really don't need to look at that. But I'm waiting to see. I think I'm like paranoid that a skit's gonna pop up and I'm gonna miss it, but I don't think that's the case. Anyway, it's sealed. The Sorcerer's Ring can probably open it. It's enshrined in this temple. Where is it? Let's hurry up and go get it. I don't know. I'm sorry. Fine, we'll look for it. Man. Alright, so we need something called the Sorcerer's Ring, which is also a staple of the Tales series. It is a very useful item that, well, it's a puzzle-solving item, let's just say. But anyway, we've got some more monsters to analyze. We've already got the zombie, spider. We don't have the spider, so let's kill the zombie. Oh, I got a skill. Sonic Thrust. There you go. We got our second skill. I tend to equip Sonic Thrust to the basic, like, neutral position, and Demon Fang I tend to put on down, because it's a shockwave along the ground. Oh, there's also the different modes of battle. Semi-auto basically means that when you hit the attack button, which is A, you will automatically move toward the target. Excuse me. I'm going to leave it on that for now, but I might switch to manual later. Anyway, so we got that. We don't have the slime. That's the spider, right? Yeah, we don't have the slime. So let's get the slime. I am going to be... There's going to be a lot of magic lensing in this game, because I am obsessed with getting the collection, monster collection down. And I think, actually, in the first playthrough of this game, I don't think it's possible to get all the monsters analyzed. But, anyway. We're gonna get as many as possible. Kratos, please heal me. Or heal Colette, actually. Heal us. Do your job. Oh, well, you know what? It's not his job yet. And I don't have any recipes right now. Or I don't have any bread or sandwiches, whatever, ingredients. So we can't go that way because there's like a cave-in or whatever. Old temple, old buildings, you know. Better get that checked out and repaired. Probably costs a lot, though. Anyway, Kratos, I'm going to set his strategy to heal. He's the only one that has this option right now because he's the only one with a healing spell. But it is essential. And I'm going to set his I'm gonna just leave him with move freely. Heal is the most important thing, because we want him to heal us when we're running low on HP. I also, by the way, equipped Lloyd with the boots. That was off screen, but yeah, we have increased our stats a little bit.
You're going down.
We already have both of these, all of these enemies. So Kratos is running low on MP. It's not MP, it's TP, tech points. But luckily when you use physical attacks and you hit the enemy when they're not blocking like that, as you can see, your TP goes back up. And at the end of the battle, your TP goes back up. So we don't have to use orange gels to replenish our TP, luckily, right now. Because otherwise we'd be missing out on another title. That enemy back there regenerated uber quickly. Anyway. Oh, Genus got a new spell. Stone Blast. Alright. So Genus's spells, as you can guess, are the typical elements. Well, there's actually a lot more. Like, Final Fantasy usually has just, like, the 3 main elements, like Blizzard and Fire and Thunder. This game runs the gamut with that. It has, like, Earth and Air and Ice and Water and Fire and Light and Dark. Like, there's 8 elements. So Fire, Water, Ice, Darkness, Light, Earth, Air, and which one didn't I mention? I don't know, because I'm in a battle. But anyway, we'll be seeing all of those elements throughout the game. We're getting all these gels that we can't use. Why can't we use these gels? I know, we can't use the basic items in the game because I want to get an obscure title, which isn't really, you know, like obscure or anything. But this is basically a challenge run, first challenge run, as many titles as possible in first run challenge. I will, however, not be doing the low level run. There is a title for reaching a very late game boss.
Don't overdo it.
With your like average party level being like pretty low, and I'm not gonna worry about that because it's better off doing that in a New Game Plus when you can like make your levels. You can get like half experience automatically. Anyway, this is not a New Game Plus. This is a first playthrough, and there's the Sorcerer's Ring. It's a ring that looks like a sorcerer would have it. I bet that's the Sorcerer's Ring. No, what gave it away, Genus? Okay, let's go get it. Hey, look, there's something here. Oh, Colette, look out! So that's a golem, and again, magic lends it. It is probably the strongest enemy that we've thus far seen, but it's kind of slow and unwieldy, so it's kind of easy to get hitboxes in. We didn't actually kill it when we killed it either. It just kind of curled up into a ball. And not just a ball, but now it's a block. Wow, it turned into a rock. Well, it was kind of a rock to begin with. Oops. So this is a thing that will happen a lot in the game, is Colette tripping and making things happen. Oh no! I get it, I see. What? What are you two talking about? It's just a minute, it's just a moment, it'll probably... See, there it is. And another golem reappears. Whoa, there's another one! Now let's take care of it and drop it down below. And Lloyd is just totally oblivious to this whole thing. Anyway, so, again, Lloyd is... I don't know why I'm running away from this golem. So we have to fight a bunch of these.
Don't you guys let up?
And we already magic lensed it, so I'm not going to do it again. But... So, Demon Fang is actually sort of a long-range move, as you can see. It doesn't do that much damage, it's just like a simple, basic move. It's better off for you to run up to the enemy and combo it most of the time, but... Oh, we got negative grade. We got negative 02 grade, which is not that bad, but better to, you know, get positive grade and actually make grade. But, so we drops it down below. We're creating paths below by using these golem. My precious. The Sorcerer's Ring is my precious. Anyway. I just made
One right
it.
after another.
I don't think Gollum from Lord of the Rings is a stone golem like this. Also, this golem, these are earth elemental, I guess. Here, Kratos got Sonic Thrust too. Kratos and Lloyd share a lot of moves. They're both swordsmen, so they share a lot of the same moves. So, except Lloyd uses 2 swords, if you haven't noticed, and Kratos uses 1 and has a shield. So, anyway, we need to go down there and push the block into the space before the golem will... Here's a save point, by the way. Before the golem will respawn again. So let's push it this way, and now we can go down this path. What's over here? It's an enemy! Okay. And a treasure chest.
Alright, let's go!
Alright, so let's beat these enemies. So the golems are earth enemies, so Genus's earth spell, Stone Blast, will probably not do much damage to it. So these ghosts are pretty much just weak to all magic. I think, I don't know if there's a specific element that's better against them, but any element is better than Lloyd's, slicing at them. So,
Just as I expected.
we're getting levels up left and right now, which is pretty cool. This is the first treasure chest of the game, and it's a life bottle. So that's cool. We're not going to be able to use those for a while because we're not going to let anyone die. Right? Right, Lloyd? Don't die. Okay. And now that we have a healer, that will go a lot smoother, I hope. So... Again, this, I guess it's repetitive, fighting the same enemy over and over again, but... I think 10 combo, a 10-hit combo is about the highest we're gonna get for now. That will change in due time, but... The key to getting combos is chaining tech attacks, and you will be able to chain the tech attacks eventually once you get different levels of techs. Right now, pretty much all of our techs are level 1, so they're just kind of the basic moveset. But once you get higher level tech attacks, they can chain into each other, like level 1 techs chain into level 2, and so forth. But we're still at the beginning of the game, obviously, so, Alright, let's see what's over here now. Another enemy and another treasure chest.
Let's go!
And I think we've pretty much seen all the different enemy types in the temple. There are a few titles. I think there's one title with Colette that I want to try to get. I think there's literally a title with Colette that I can get where she just does nothing in the battle and just gets a title for it. I know Genus has a bunch of titles.
That's that.
Actually, Genus gets a title for using an element that an enemy is resistant against over and over again. It's like Study Harder or whatever. So we might try to do that against the Golem. But that was a Panacea bottle, by the way. That cures status effects. Again, hopefully we won't be getting poisoned or anything, because that will be annoying. But, and we don't have any spells that can cure that yet. Anyway.
You're going down!
Alright, so, you know what, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if Genus uses Stone Blast. Is that... I'm gonna stand back for a minute. Does Stone Blast... Is Stone Blast not good against this? I think it's like 5 times that you have to use it, and I probably don't have enough TP to do that, but... I don't know. Well, as you can see, I'm demoing the fact that you can... Oh, I can't. Okay. You can actually kind of... Oh, the over limit is also a thing, where you take so much damage that you go into like an over... like limit break sort of mode, where you're kind of invincible from staggering. But as you can see, you can kind of play this game like a turn-based system with your characters that are on auto by selecting techs manually from the tech mode, or from the tech menu. So you can kind of do a turn-based thing with it, a pseudo turn-based. But the game is so much more engaging when you take control of your lead character and actually do stuff. Okay, just one more golem and we will be good to go. Okay. How much TP does Genus have? Not that much. Okay. So I might. Whoop, sorry. I might
Reinforcements, huh?
get titles like that,
Don't overdo it.
like the precarious titles. I might get them like off screen. I don't think this guy, despite being a rock, I don't think he is actually Earth Elemental. Like, I don't think Stone Blast... You would have heard Genus say, like, a little voice clip, like, "What the heck?" or something like that, if the tech wasn't doing anything. So, yeah. Or if there was, like, a resistance to it. So I think we'll hold off on getting that title. Anyway, alright. That means we've solved the puzzle. And here's the Sorcerer's Ring. One ring to rule them all. I've heard about it before. It's the holy artifact of the Church of Martel. We should be able to deal with most traps and obstacles with this. Wow, let me try it. Okay, Lloyd. You're such a little kid. It's kind of funny. Genus always treats Lloyd like he's the younger brother. They're not brothers, but like he's the younger one. So we push the X button to use the Sorcerer's Ring, and it shoots out a little ball of fire. Like that, okay. Yeah, Lloyd and Genus's relationship kind of reminds me of me and my brother's relationship. My brother used to always treat me like I was the younger one, because he was kind of like the hard studying one in the family. I don't know. But, oh, by the way, new enemies have spawned here. And, they're the typical enemies. The enemies we've seen before. I'm just fighting them so I can get some more experience.
Overdo it.
Just as I expected.
Alright. We'll collect items, collect grade. We'll save when we on our way back through. But we can go up here, which this is kind of an optional part of the temple, with one more enemy group. Actually, like two more enemy groups.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. We're almost done.
Don't overdo it.
Well, we're almost done the temple. Oh, another spell. Windblade, okay. So as you can see, Genus is starting to get all of his first level elemental spells for each element. He's got fire, earth, and air. And here's another skit. Test for the Chosen. Everybody okay? Yeah, but why are there so many monsters in the temple? This is part of the Chosen's trial. Weren't you aware of that when you decided to join her? Of course I knew that. I'm sorry. It's my fault you're here. Don't worry about it. It's for the sake of bringing peace to the world. Dwarven vow number 1, right? I told you to stop bringing those up. Lloyd was the one bringing those up before, and Genus was the one saying, hey, you always bring those up as an excuse. So now, suddenly the tables have turned. What the heck? I think both of them just bring them up whenever it's convenient. Alright. What are the Dwarven vows, you ask? I hear you ask. That means there are, of course, dwarves in this universe. And we will meet some dwarves, or at least a dwarf, soon enough.
Never stood a chance.
Alright. So over here, we've got a couple treasure chests. 3 treasure chests. And that is 250 gold, and a life bottle, and an apple gel. Okay. So, there's where the cave-in was. Let's go back to the front of the temple and break that seal so we can go do what we need to do. I think... Oh, yeah. Oh, the golem... Oh, that's interesting. The golem is still there. I think in the GameCube version it was replaced with something else there. Alright. But, I don't want to battle it right now. We're not going to battle it. Well, Colette and Kratos are only... They're pretty close to leveling up. You know what? What the heck? We'll battle it. I think it should give us like 24 experience. I'm guessing it does. I forget. I wasn't really paying attention to how much experience it was giving. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Alright. Anyway.
You picked the wrong guy to mess
Oh, it didn't. Well, actually, no, it did. 34. No, never mind. I was wrong. So, is it gonna turn... Yeah, why do we have another block? Like, what happens if we push another block down there? This was not a thing in the original version of the game. Oh, well, that one... That always would have made it just fall into the abyss, but... Okay, well, whatever. We're good. Everybody's on level 5, Kratos is on level 6. And he should be, because he is more advanced than us, because he is a boss. Oh, okay. Let's fight one more enemy group on the way out. And I do not believe, I think, well, since there was a boss at the beginning, like before this temple, I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's not a boss like at the end of this temple. Usually there's a boss at the end of temples.
Never stood a
but
chance.
this is the first one, and yeah. Alright, I think we're good. Let's go upstairs. So all we have to do is shoot that fire into the barrier thing there, and it opens the door. Oh, is this all the Sorcerer's Ring does? You get bored so easily. Haha. Okay. Alright, let's warp. And let's watch the scene, now that we've completed our first
This
trial.
appears to be the top floor.
Yes, that's the altar.
Then that shining thing there must be the Crucius crystal.
That's right. They say I was born with that in my hand.
Look at that light.
What is that?
An angel, I would assume.
So, is that Colette's real father?
I am Remiel. I am an angel of judgment. The time has come to awaken the goddess Martel, who sleeps at the center of the world.
Awaken the goddess Martel. It's just like the legend Rain told us about.
From this moment, Colette becomes the chosen of regeneration. We of Crucius bless this event, and hereby bestow the Tower of Salvation upon Silverant.
So that's the Tower of Salvation.
Now the world will be saved.
Colette, the chosen of regeneration.
I humbly accept this task.
Very good. We of Crucius shall grant you the power of the angels with each seal you unlock. Once you are reborn as an angel, this eroded world shall be regenerated.
Thank you. I swear on my life I will regenerate the world.
First, head south to the Seal of Fire. Offer your prayers in that distant land.
Yes, Lord Remiel. Oh, wait! Please wait! I have a question I wish to ask of you. Are you really my
First, head to the Seal of Fire. Understood, my beloved daughter Colette?
father? So you really are my true father.
We shall meet again at the next seal, my daughter.
Okay, so shocker there. So I guess Frank is not Colette's real father. She is the child of an angel, apparently. Okay, so we can talk to our party members. So that was the Oracle. I wish Rain could have seen him. I can't believe Remiel is my father. I'm alright. I was just a little surprised, that's all. And let me through. I don't want to warp by accident. I'm going to talk to Kratos. Colette must now go on a long journey to search for those seals. You've received the Oracle. Then let us leave now, Chosen. Oh, yes. We're going on ahead. Alright, so Kratos kind of calls the shots now. Thank you. Both of you. Please stop by at my house later. She left. The rumor was true. What rumor? That Colette is the daughter of an angel and not really related to her current father. Even if you're not related by blood, family is family. At least that's what I think. I'm sorry. Hey, don't worry about it. Why does Lloyd care so much about that? We'll see. Alright, I don't know why I think there's something else to do in here, because there's not. Let's go. Warp out of here. It's just Lloyd and Genus now. Anyway. Oh, no, wait. Okay, good. I don't want to miss that. So angels really do have wings. Yeah, just like the scriptures of the Church of Martel. But you know, I bet it's a hassle when they have to change their clothes. Huh? I guess so. And you'd have to make holes in your clothes for the wings to go through, too. Have you been thinking about this the whole time, Lloyd? Well, yeah, I mean, aren't you curious? I wonder if they get in the way when they sleep. Being an angel is pretty inconvenient, huh? I suppose so. Oh, Lloyd, thinking outside the box. Or in his own Lloyd-shaped box. Marvelous! Professor? Her eyes were, like, possessed there. Jeez. What? What are you two doing here? You're supposed to be studying in class. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Rain, I'm sorry. And the infamous slapping scene. You're next, Lloyd. Are you ready? Whoa, no, hey, stop! And she just kicks him. Kicks him against the wall. Because that's how teachers treat their students in this world. Now you two, if you've learned your lesson, go back home. There will be no class for the rest of the day. What about you? I've received permission from Phaedra to study this temple a little while longer. It's not often that ordinary citizens have the opportunity to enter this place. And with that said, Rain just, like, walks away all cool. So, you know. She would be arrested for that in real life, but... Welcome to Silverant. Okay, do I have to? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's wrong? I forgot to return the Sorcerer's Ring. Then we could just give it back to Phaedra. Say, no. But we went through a lot of trouble to get it. No one's gonna get mad if we borrow it for a little while. Come on, please. Fine, fine. You're not going to do anything bad, are you? Alright, so we need the Sorcerer's Ring, because it is our primary puzzle-solving device going forward. And we could return it, but we're not going to. We're still in the temple. It's not like we took it outside with us. Alright, so, but now we will. So, Muhahaha! What was that? you're better off not knowing. Alright, so when I first played this game I thought Rain was like evil, but no, she's just goofy. She's just like crazy about what she's doing. I kinda disappointed. I thought the Oracle was going to be a much bigger event. What sorts of things were you expecting? You know, something amazing. Like what, for example? An angel as big as a mountain comes down, flying down from heaven, carrying the tower, and sticks it into the ground. Yeah, okay, Lloyd. See, I love these skits. They just add so much character to the characters. Like, they just... It's world building, it's character building, and that's like how you relate to people in real life, is you have the little conversations and make fun of each other and, you know, just make small talk and with your friends. I don't know. It's cool. So I think we're done here. No more skits. Okay. 2 field. 1 more skit. Okay. The journey. What's Colette going to do now? That angel told her to release the seals. Then she'll become an angel. So Colette's going to leave the village. Alright, so back on the world map, I think that's where we're going to leave it off for today. We finished the first temple, and in the next episode we're going to see how Colette will begin her journey and what else we need to do before that. We made up pretty well for our first session, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to save the game, and yeah, overwrite data. I love how fast this system saves the game. Or, the system is my computer. Alright. Anyway, that's all for now, and I'll see you for the next one. I am really excited to be playing through this game, finally, on Steam, for a Let's Play. So, join me for the Journey of Regeneration, coming at you next time. Peace. Take care.